Come on, come.
That's the Driven Project.
To our starting point, it is 9:38, and we have an exciting day for you guys. Stay tuned.
8 supercars, 8 police officers, 10 amazing kids, 1 incredible day. This is the Driven Project July 25th event, a tour across the Vancouver area and surrounding cities where we surprised 5 amazing kids at their family homes. They had no idea we were coming to bring them supercar therapy. And at the same time, we also had 5 kids as our VIPs. That's very important passengers. Our co-pilots for the day, our navigators. Luckily, we didn't get lost. We made it to our destination safely throughout the day. So here we are, it's the morning, we've got the cars, we're loading them up, we've got the families there, there's a whole bunch of people for the media. We were running 7 cameras this day. So we had 4 DLSRs, we had 3 different GoPros, and that doesn't include the media and other people who showed up. We've got kids hopping into the cars, we're letting the siblings of the special VIPs hop in the cars and check them out too. Lots of posing, lots of cool memories being created. It's always super humbling and motivating every single time we do one of these events and we share the public location we're going to be meeting at. In this particular instance, we didn't actually share the exact starting point or the exact starting time. We just gave a vague overview of where we'd be, roughly, a loose timeline. A bunch of people had figured it out as we use the same starting point fairly often, came down to check out the cars, and were incredibly supportive and encouraging of what we were doing. So that's always just one of the coolest parts, is when people are actually tracking us down throughout the day. And so at 10:30, it's wheels up. We get the cars on the road. We've got the Performante at the front of the pack, followed by the Huracan Evo. We've got a GTR, an 812 super fast. We've got several R8s, lots of V10s in this crew. And we're on our way out from Vancouver all the way to Langley to go surprise the first VIP at their house. And so the whole idea of this is that we're providing supercar therapy. Our goal and the whole ethos behind supercar therapy is essentially provide a once-in-a-lifetime experience for people. Obviously, a lot of kids grow up dreaming about, fantasizing about supercars. I know I was the exact same way. I certainly didn't have an opportunity to sit in one of these cars, drive in one of these cars, or even get near one of these cars when I was younger. And so the whole idea is that we're providing them with an experience that would be otherwise unattainable. And so we roll up. 9 times out of 10, the kids don't even know we're coming because we've secretly worked it out with their parents. It's usually the mom, and I always give them the option of telling the kids in advance or not. They almost always love the idea of pulling a fast one over the kids' eyes, and so they make up some sort of excuse or reason why they need to be outside their home at that point.
Oh, look, there's more.
Oh, look over there.
Whoa. Oh, that's mine. Whoa. That's yours.
And then at that moment, they see a bunch of police motorcycles rolling down the street, lights and sirens on. They see the turquoise Lamborghini come around the corner, and that's their first inkling that this is not a normal police event.
Why don't we go look at some cars now?
Yeah, you want to see all the cars? Yeah, all right, good.
I'm coming. Plus, I brought my friend here.
Awesome, we should get them to start it up now.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna come in the other side. The feedback from the kids, absolutely incredible. We had a whole bunch of the classic, "This is the best day of my life," which I think is the coolest and best review you could ever possibly hope for in terms of an outcome. So one of the fun things you can see is we pull up to the houses when we have this behind the scenes footage of the kids who don't know we're coming, and you can see their reaction because we've had a camera card go up in advance of the fleet. There's a lot of confusion and uncertainty. They have no idea what's happening, but it usually doesn't even cross their mind that that special thing could be for them. And that's because we think they're special, we think they're deserving. And so there's always this kind of like surreal and funny and really heartwarming moment that happens when we first roll up and we get out of the car and we say, "Hey, Timmy, hey, Samantha." We roll up and we go, "Hey, this is the Driven Project. This is all for you, your very own supercar parade." And then we just get a wide range of reactions from there. Some kids are immediately all smiles and hyped up. Other kids get really nervous and anxious because there's now this 50-person convoy of police and supercar drivers, and then everything in between you could possibly imagine. And then we proceed to get those kids to hop in the cars, rev them up, hopefully not hurt anyone's ears in the process. There's definitely one incident here where we had one guy hop in the car. I always tell him just to feather the throttle a little bit because obviously we have people standing in the general proximity of the supercars and potentially near the back where it is fairly loud where you're revving a supercharged V10 Lamborghini engine, and they do that. They usually rev it a lot harder than I asked them to. We have a little laugh, and then we go on to the other cars and complete a tour. Sometimes when we get the kids in the cars, they're just absolutely mesmerized. I think it's a lot like basically their Hot Wheels coming to life is almost what's happening, because these kids have the little baby Lambos, the baby Ferraris in their bedrooms. They're rolling them around and stuff, and next thing you know, these cars are literally outside their house. And this particular fleet of cars we had, several of the cars are highly modified, so they're just a little more ridiculous. That was a huge point of inspiration for me as I kept on deciding to push the development and innovation with my Lamborghini just to make it wilder and wilder. Every little bit wilder it got, the crazier the reaction, the better the reaction was from the kids we were going to surprise. So the car is definitely over the top now. It's really exaggerated and completely impractical in virtually every sense, other than being a very, very effective tool for making dreams come true for very, very special children.
Out for a big party for really, really special kids. That's you. You're the special kid. And the whole idea is just to create a really cool super experience for you, for surprising people across the Lower Mainland today, to give them a bit of a lift in spirits and a bit of a distraction for whatever they're going through. What do you think? You ever revved a Lamborghini before?
No.
Okay, well, you're about to. Come on, let's go. Like, are you serious? Am I dreaming? I'm like, I had literally pinched him in the car. I'm like, you're not dreaming. This is real. This is really happening.
Oh my gosh. From start to beginning, everything went without a hitch.
Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you.
At the end of the day, this whole thing's about community, it's about giving back, it's about connecting, and probably more than anything else, it's about providing a temporary escape to amazing kids who are going through very, very difficult times and letting them know they're not alone, they're appreciated, they're supported, they are loved, and there's a lot of people here that are rooting for them to overcome whatever kind of battle they're facing. That's the Driven Project.